What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live, and I'm doing an early day audio message. I love doing these messages. This is part of my signature. Anyways, today's message is about when things don't go to plan. So, what I mean by this is, alright, so I'm always sharing on here, sharing what's been helping me throughout my journey and what I've been learning. YouTube is like a platform for us to share what we've been learning, what's been helping us. We're all students of life. So, anyways, for me, of course, I'm young, I'm evolving. At the same time, I have valid experience and a valid voice. So, basically, I'm going to share about what I've been noticing in my transition. So, before I went vegan 3 years ago, I had a lot more clutter in my mind. I had a lot more overthinking and I had a lot more problems going on, looming in my mind. And then, whenever I went vegan, 3 years into this now, no eggs, no dairy, no milk, no meat, no fish, none of that stuff. And no, real junk food or anything, honestly, like that. I feel a lot more simplified. I feel a lot more focused. I feel a lot more present. And I am all of these things. I'm improved on all levels. So, with that being said, it's like when you become healthier and when you've truly been doing the work, like I have been doing the work and I'm always doing the work, then guess what? I'm beginning to reap the benefits and learn in my natural way that I'm supposed to be learning. It even says this in my birth chart in astrology, and I'm not even gonna base everything off of that, but it's still spot on. It's true, and it's already been from my heart before I even had to research anything. Like I became aware that, oh wow, the earth is a school. Some people, they study and they can go to college and do all that stuff. Cool. Guess what? There's still successful people who are not in school. Most of these billionaires, Microsoft, this, that, Apple, you know, Facebook, people are dropouts. And there's even other people that are dropouts too, or who didn't even go, or they chose a different path or whatever. Bottom line is, everyone is able to make it, regardless. Like, it's just in what you're here to do, your specific craft, your level of expertise, all the hours that you've invested in whatever you've been doing throughout your life, that's unique to you. And you are a master of that, of what you've invested your time, energy into. That's the beauty of it. So, anyways, with that being said, that's that. I've connected that dot. I've also been connecting the dots from the universe, with love and everything too. I speak about that. Like, they don't teach us love in school. They don't teach us really the real, raw, natural learning in school. Like, once we graduate, we realize, oh, okay, well, I get it. There's money that's involved in this world. There's marriage. There's people. There's marriage. There's children. There's business. There's a future. There's this, that, all this planning, and we're figuring out which way to go. Once we get out on our own. And for me, I was like, hey, I have a general niche, the health and wellness niche realm, spiritual, holistic realm. I'm in that realm, plant-based realm. At the same time, I'm also here to have a family. I'm here to have a spouse and children, or at least a child, whatever, but just a family, what I mean, that I can come home to, you know, and that's what I'm becoming, a father, a husband, and a family man. So, with that being said, I've learned all this, and I'm learning always too. And also, I'm very intelligent and smart. I have a lot that people can learn from me in the first place. So, anyways, the point I'm making is that it's so cool to see transition and growth and to recognize a different way of learning. Maybe it's not so much into textbooks and documents and worksheets and this and that, but like someone is still able to learn just with the different way of learning. Not everybody's the same, you know, just like my mentor, Dr. Sabi, holistic doctor, mentor, teacher, he healed so many people. He was saying he didn't go to school. He wasn't reading books or none of that stuff, but he still became successful. He still became a merchant steam engineer. He still began to have his own, life, of developing prosperity and having a family without just being drilled in like a robot, turned into a machine. He was actually, credited for his own natural gifts and talents and was able to, help himself out and share his information and have have help for other people to heal. So, with that being said, I have that as inspiration, and also just the point I'm making is about like just life and love too. Like in school, I always talk about all the different schooling a lot of us have been through, and there's a lot of programming from all of the fairy tales, all the movies, all the TV shows, all the radios, all the people gossiping, all of the billboards, all of the crap, the illusions, the bombardment we have been through for so many years that we're throwing away out of our mind so that we can be present in reality is that, we don't control people, and that's a blessing in disguise because when we're both able to realize that, when two people are able to realize that, then that's how true love manifests. That's when a true devoted commitment can manifest because we're like, oh, okay, boom. I don't have to control you, worried about if you're faithful or loyal to me. I'm going to see it. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I don't have to worry about, if you're going to do the worst case scenario and really try to jeopardize my life, hurting me or whatever. I'm going to see it. Or, your colors will be shown. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that goes hand in hand with trust. Trust and control, I guess, go hand in hand. You have to trust someone to realize we don't have to control them. That's some deep stuff, But it's true, and it's on both sides, too. All of these videos is equal, too. I always mention this, men and women. Like, a woman is just as equal as a man. I don't care who you are. That's just the truth. We all have uniqueness towards us, but guess what? If you're in love with someone, it doesn't make any sense at all to think that you are superior or better than the one that you supposedly love and that you're with. That doesn't make any sense. That's insane, and that's not real love in general. So, anyways, going on further about trust, about control, about all that stuff, about things not going to plan sometimes. So, like I said, a lot of us are brought up into this massive ego, from 7 years and beyond, like where it's just all this stuff is shoved into our face, and we develop this massive ego. Some of us turn into monsters. We're not as kind, we're so up in our head, our ego, way up in our mind all the time, like a robot, that whenever true love does come around, a lot of people, they're very desensitized, you know. And what I've realized too, when I've been heading back to the basics, you know, growing in love, evolving in love, you know, starting over in love. That's why I call this whole vegan movement like a complete rebirth. You know, like I learned there patience. I'm always learning patience. I'm building patience, you know, and like it's just the truth of it. You know, like when you follow your heart, when you have a deep love within you, when you have a deep connection with source energy, with God, with, you know, the spirit realm, with divine intelligence, with yourself, all of that in one. You know what I mean? Your own meditation, alone time, spiritual connection, whatever you want to call it. When you have that on point and you're able to visualize and breathe and you have that gathered, then you're like, hey, this is what's in my heart, you know, and I'm going throughout life, I'm going throughout the world, you know, and I'm testing the waters, you know, I'm out there doing what I can do, you know, and whenever we're going through the stream, the ocean, the river, the lake, it's like we're on a boat, you know, rafting, you know, whitewater rafting, you know, canoeing on the lake, whatever. And maybe some of the currents are a little bumpy, you know, some of the currents may be a little rough, you know, and we're having to ride the waves and adjust. You know, it's not always super smooth sailing, but we still stay on top, you know. And that's the point I'm making. Sometimes the universe, God, the creator, force, source, whatever, will throw us curveballs and tests and many challenges just to see how we will respond, you know, and also just to show us something for us to learn that will benefit us in the long run. And that's honestly what I've noticed too. It's about our response for something. We have to extract the gold from these scenarios, these, you know, places that we might have worked, scenarios with friends, scenarios with relationships, whatever the case may be, you know, until we get so close to our heart space, till we get so much of a clear picture within ourselves of what we truly desire to have, of what we're truly worthy for, of our true dream, picture, vision, that finally the puzzle pieces start to connect, you know, and we start to just allow us to learn, allow the flow of stuff, you know, and to have our faith in a higher source, you know, to not be stuck overthinking heavy about stuff, you know. But that's why I'm saying one love means so much, because when things don't work out with people, we learn. We're supposed to have learning from them, from the scenario, appreciating the good times, learning from all of it, and moving forward. And whenever we're in something new and we still do have communication, you know, unlike the other people that we got ran away from or whatever, we have to follow our heart, you know, and not give up on our own self first and foremost. And we have to be able to have a sense of humor again. We have to be able not to take life too seriously, you know. It's important to be for real and not to take it for granted, and to be disciplined at the same time. Also, it's a massive world, a massive universe, 7 billion people, and not everybody is going to be on the same page. And that's the beauty of it, because there's so much contrast. Some of us may be super extremely healthy, spiritually woke, you know, detoxed, you know, cleansed out and just amazing, you know. But at the same time, we can meet someone from the other side of the world, the other hemisphere of the world, and maybe they're not super healthy and whatnot, but they're super into video games and technology and putting together cars and putting together, a computer and, gaming systems, and they're all into that. And that's the beauty of life, is that we're all able to teach each other and learn from each other about things, and like that's what I'm sharing about life, about this, about love, about when things don't go to plan. It's just about following your heart. Like, I created my own twist on a quote. My mentor, Infinite Waters Ralph Smart, has a quote: "The universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts." That's my favorite quote. I created my own twist on it. Divine intelligence will showcase its magic to those who are willing to surrender to their heart space. So it's similar. And it's just about one love, like one love, one love, one love. That special someone, you know, them teaching us so much about ourselves, them surprising us about so much, them being magical and mysterious at the same time, and them helping bring out the best in us, even when we're confused or we're worried about trusting this, that, but yet it's like love is guiding us. That's another quote that my mentor, Ralph Smart, has, is let love guide us, not fear. Let love guide you, not fear. And that's very true as well, because some of the stuff is beyond our comprehension. Miracles, love, divine intelligence, God, whatever, but it's just an internal feeling, is what a lot of people agree about with me on. Is it's an internal feeling. Your heart space. What is it resonating with? What is it connecting with? And then we start getting deeper and deeper, seeing this world in a whole new way, in a cool way, and that's why love is like the last hope for humanity, because it's like, wow, throughout all these trials and tribulations, problems, circumstances, chaos, pollution, busy cities, unemployment, love letdowns, fights, arguments, drama, games, what I'm saying? All of this stuff. Hoopla, jobs, school, everything, bills, all these responsibilities, everything this matrix has to offer, especially for these us people who are from big cities. We know it gets hectic and problematic. So whenever we finally are able to have some real true love, or have a break, have time to breathe, like what I call it, to be alone, to meditate, to eat our vegan food, fruits, strawberries, to go for a walk, to go sunbathe, to go work out, to go listen to music, to go have time to write, to have time to be with our special significant other, our intimate partner, our children, our family, all these things that truly matter, that don't have to require money, that are beyond money, that are priceless, loving activities that are catered towards us. Whenever we visualize these things and experience these things, we appreciate them the most, because it's real. It's from nature. It's from love. It's from God. It's not stressing us out. And I guess that's where the funny part is that sometimes the ironic part is that the people closest to us can push us around the most, can ruffle our feathers the most, can show us the most about ourselves. And we realize then what unconditional love is. Just like our mother has unconditional love for us, no matter all the different things we've been through, out of all the times we've acted a fool and done foolish things, all these different things, but yet she still remains. And the same thing with maybe a few other people, you know, and like we start getting deeper and seeing some blessings in disguise. And that's why I'm always moving forward, because I'm realizing, hey, I'm worthy to attract marvelous love to me every day. I'm worthy to have an amazingly divine love presently active in my life every day. You know, I'm worthy to have tangible, phenomenal blessings in my reality, in my face every day, you know, and I'm not settling for any mediocrity. So with this being said, it's like life is deep, love is deep, but when we're able to really connect the dots in our alone time, meditation time, we're able to see how powerful we truly are and can be. At the same time, we're able to be grateful and to get to develop an understanding about certain scenarios, and still we're able to nurture our heart space, our dream world, our heart space connection in the midst of all of this distraction and chaos and drama and lies and manipulation and fear. We have to love ourselves so much. That's the only choice. That's the best choice. That's the wisest choice, is to love ourselves, because then we're able to have a mind of our own. We're able to hear ourselves think. We're able to have a clear mind. We're able to listen to our heart and have our heart space shine. You know, our heart space is like a secret magical portal, you know, and it pops up like a hologram, you know. Our visions, our dreams, our aspirations, our heart space, it's through our heart space. It's like a hologram. It will showcase the gold within us. Just like they say this is like a simulation. Well, this is real life. Okay. And I understand where you're coming from. A simulation thing, you can compare it to you're just talking about it from a third eye perspective, an out of body perspective, you know, just like a video game or something like that, or a movie that you're seeing from another perspective, you know, outside of your own self, you know. But I'm talking about, this is real life, and our heart space, all that stuff, those deep dreams, plans, intentions that we have, we can manifest it. And I'm confident and sure, as well as aware, that I will manifest beyond my wildest dreams and imagination, because love is the most powerful truth and force in this world. And thank you, universe, for creating us in the first place. So anyways, y'all have an amazing day and night. Always connect with your heart space, your heart portal, and allow things to work out how it's supposed to work out. Follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/help make a difference. Follow us on Instagram at Eternal Authenticity. Check out the links below in the description. PayPal, Cash App, GoFundMe, Tumblr, Twitter, for health and wellness consultations. Y'all have an amazing day. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace.